Guys, hello world, hello YouTube, Dan, how's it going? I had so much fun with this comic book. New Gods Special, #1. All about Jack Kirby, who I think I said in a previous video I've got a bit of a blind spot for. I know that he's a comic book legend, but I don't know as much about Kirby as I should do. And after reading this comic book, I'll go through it in just a second. I was getting flashbacks to when I first started reading comic books, and it was like going back to the early 1980s again and reading comic books that were, just free of agenda, for boys, fun, a bit corny, a bit uncool, not convoluted at all, and just kind of boys' own adventures. Really, that's what it reminds me of, and I just enjoyed this so much. It's got about 3 or 4 different bits to it. This book. The first story is Hawaiian of New Genesis. This is the original story by Shane Davis. It's just about 2 brothers having a bit of a scrap because the bad brother wants to impress his dad. That's as simple as it gets. And the bad brother wanting to impress his dad is invading a planet and building a big weapon of mass destruction to impress his dad. So the good brother sorts them out, and there's this awesome panel. There you are. There's the 2 brothers fighting. Good, bad. There's the panel. I love the artwork as well. It's corny. Comic books are supposed to be corny. Here we go. Here's the panel which really made me smile. Awoo! Snap. Is that not awesome? The bad brother gets his comeuppance, and the good brother goes a bit berserker on him. Oh man, so good. He gets angry, but he can control that anger. That's the essence of Western civilization, really. It's having the strength, having the ability to use it, but being in total control of it. And then that's Hawaiian, the good guy. And the second story is a story of Hawaiian when he was a young whippersnapper, when he was learning the lessons which he's obviously mastered in the first story. Also reminds me of an Aquaman story. He's going to the bottom of the ocean and dealing with big monsters with one of his tutors, really. So that's the second story, and here's where it gets very 1970s, 80s, and wow, this is comic books as I used to read them. And there's the man himself, Jack Kirby, introducing. What does he say here? Kirby's the name, and comics is my game. I can tell you, pals, I enjoy every minute of it. Sure, it's great going around that big creative bend and bringing in a sensational newie, but the biggies of the golden age of comics remain a giant experience in themselves. Try a bag of genuine golden age grabbers. So he's giving you a little snippet of golden age comic books. And introducing one of his own tales. This one's called Lonar. So what I mean, it's corny, but it's awesome. Lonar, there he is, finds a horsey in a rock, and it's an awesome horse called Thunderer. Boys' own adventures. And there's this little bit at the end here where the horse Thunderer and Lonar meets Orion, and Orion touches the horse and the horse rears up, and there's a little explanation bit here at the end which you used to get that so much more than the olden comics that you do in the new ones, with the voice of God, the writer explaining exactly what's going on, taking you through the story, taking you by the hand and telling you exactly what's going on. And I'll just read it out. Fear at the touch of Hawaiian, is it not always so? That's the last thing that Hawaiian says, and the voice of Kirby says, "Is it not always so? What does Hawaiian awaken in all living beings that for one fleeting moment links their spirits with his? It's one among many natural mysteries that lure Lonar to a life of wandering. He must learn all by seeing and feeling and perhaps suffering with life around him. To Lonar, a blade of grass, a horse, a fierce god of war are eternal links in the chain of truth." Corny as hell, but there's meaning there. And the last part of the book, there's a little essay here from Mark Evanier, a former assistant to Jack Kirby, which gives a little bit of information about what it was like to work with Jack Kirby. So all in all, it's a fascinating comic book, which reminds me, like I said earlier on, of reading comic books back in the day, as they say now. I never used to say back in the day. When I first got into comic books as a young boy, wanting to read heroes and experience adventures which took me beyond my everyday banal life. Today in comic books it's so agenda driven, particularly Marvel of course, with diversity in comics and Captain Cummins are talking about. But DC, if they go in this direction and make comic books great again, just go back to the essence of what comic books are supposed to be, then I think they're going in the right direction. So, New Gods special, number 1, an awesome old school comic book which I enjoyed very, very much. Thanks DC. That's it, I end my video here. Thanks for checking me out. Let me know what you thought of New Gods. This is a thing that DC is doing at the moment. I think there's going to be about 5 or 6 more of these, old school kind of comic book things. Maybe they're dipping their water into old territory, seeing how the readers react to it. I reacted massively positively, but it'll be interesting to see what younger readers make of this comic book. It's the kind of comic book that can get young boys back into reading them again, I think. That's my opinion. What's yours? Yeah. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.